Greetings once again. I'm happy to be here once more to share with you my healing journey. My name is Monica and welcome once again. When you're not well, every day that you wake up you without any pain, you thank the Almighty God that you are up, you're up on your limbs, you can stand, you can walk, you can go to the bathroom on your own. Most of the times we take these small things for granted, but when you get ill and you find yourself in certain situations, then you learn to thank God for every little grace that He gives you. Today we are going to talk about my symptoms, the symptoms for my illness, which later on, after going through so much pain, was finally diagnosed as multiple myeloma. I'm not going to discuss about multiple myeloma today, but I'm going to discuss how my symptoms came up. I know everyone who is ill with cancer or has healed from cancer, you must have gone through all sorts of symptoms that you just couldn't even relate to cancer. So different types of symptoms come for different types of cancer. And mine also came in, it was very confusing actually. As someone who loves to keep her body fit and eating healthy and energetic, my symptoms also to me were very confusing. And I wish to quote a human resource manager whom I met while working for a non-governmental organization, in short NGO, here in Kenya. He would always remind me, Monica, when you work for a non-governmental organization and either you change your profession or employer, make sure you don't just come to a screeching stop. Make your stop gradual. I'm still quoting that human resources manager. Make sure you keep active and very active once you stop working for a non-governmental organization. Unquote. And bearing that in mind, in my retirement, I made sure to keep up to date with that. I just didn't stop. I was very, very active in my life. I had even planned such that, because in the NGO world, you're used to dealing with, every day we're talking about deadlines, timelines, reports, deadlines, timelines, reports. At times you can even find yourself literally sprinting to meet your deadlines or timelines. So I planned very well. I said, okay, fine. Now I'm not going to come to a sudden stop. I will be taking a 1 hour brisk walk 2 times a week. I'll do that early morning, take my 1 hour brisk walk, and I had planned my route so well. It had uphill and downhill, and flat areas. So I'll do that for 1 hour and come back home drenched in sweat, and made me feel really good. But after some time I realized, what's happening? I'm doing the same route at the same speed, but now I'm beginning to get muscle pulls. I would ignore the muscle pulls, but when I get back home, I would sit down, massage my legs, do everything that you need to do to treat a muscle pull. And I continued with my brisk walks. But again, I realized, oh, these muscle pulls are just too frequent. This is not normal. How come I was not getting the so-called muscle pulls previously? But so now I changed my walking route. I removed the uphills, but kept the downhills and flat areas. And then I slowed down my pace, but the muscle pulls persisted. Finally, one day, just as I was on my home stretch, almost home, I got a very bad muscle pull that shocked me. I was in so much pain, you could see the pain in my face as I was limping back home. So I was still wondering, what's all this? But that now was the beginning of my pains. I stopped even going for my 1 hour walks. Instead, in my home, I would just jog on the spot for about 10 to 15 minutes and then take my rest and call it a day. That was enough for me, at least, to keep me fit. But now the pain kept persisting and I stopped now. The muscle pulls and what. So I stopped totally. I stopped doing any physical exercise that involved my legs. I just did exercise for my upper body, but not for my lower body. And as the pain persisted, I shared that with my friend. And my friend referred me to a very good massage therapist. And the massage therapist would come to my home 2 times a week. And she would massage me. And strangely, this pain now, it moved from my calf muscles. It kept on moving, went above my knees, kept on, graduating slowly, up to my upper limb, up to my thigh. But whenever she would massage me, I would be healed, in quotes. I would be healed and the pain would go away. But the areas that she had massaged, the pain would go away. So I kept on with the massage therapy. Until now, we were left with the pain that was, I would feel it in my inner hip bone. And I asked her, how are we going to get to this inner hip bone? You cannot reach my inner hip bone. You cannot get there. How are we going to do it? She kept massaging me and I would feel okay. And I also consulted Dr. Google and with my symptoms, I thought I was suffering from this condition. They call it sciatica, something like that, sciatica. So at some stage I was convinced, oh, this is sciatica. But that was me and my Dr. Google diagnosis. When the pain was even now just intolerable, I got into my car and I drove myself to a hospital near my home. And because of the pain, even getting into the car was an effort. It was not easy. So I managed to get into my car. But as long as I was in the car, I could drive very well. I would drive myself very well. But the problem was how to get into the car. So when I got to the hospital, I went and stopped at the casualty department. I honked my car. And they came out and they asked me, Mama, what's wrong? I told them, I am the patient. I am not well. I can hardly walk. Can somebody follow me with a wheelchair? Follow me to the parking area with a wheelchair because I can't park my car here at the entrance, the casualty department. So they followed me to the parking lot. I actually asked them to show me a parking lot that is near the casualty department. So I was directed and they followed me with the wheelchair. So they helped me out of the car, got me onto the wheelchair and wheeled me to the hospital. There, I consulted the doctor. We talked, we discussed my history, everything. And then I was sent to the X-ray room. The X-ray confirmed that I was okay. There were no broken limbs. Nothing was, no fractures. So the conclusion, Mama, you're in the initial stages of arthritis. I was given my medication for arthritis, and I was treated for arthritis for 6 months. But my massage therapist kept coming to give me the massage. So one day, I decided, okay, let me take a walk. I've been indoors for long. Let me take a walk now. I'm not having so much pain. So I walked from my house, just slowly, casually walking, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying whatever I was seeing in my neighborhood. But again, suddenly I just saw darkness engulfed my eyes. And I was wondering, what's this? Maybe this happens when you have photochromatic lenses. And I told myself, wow, I've, I've not used photochromatic lenses in a long time. So what's happening to me? And I prayed to God and I said, oh, Almighty God, whatever it is, can you just get me up this hill? Get me up this hill. Get me to a safe place that I can lean against a wall and I recover. So slowly I reduced my pace, slowly I walked, but kept pleading with Almighty God. Get me to a safe place. Get me to a safe place where I can lean against a wall and recover. And sure enough, Almighty God got me to a safe place. I got near, I saw a wall where I could lean. I leaned against that wall for a while. I got out my phone. Thought maybe, should I call somebody? But I said, no, I'm okay. I'm not going to create any panic at all. I'm not going to create any panic. So I returned my phone back to the little wallet I had in my hands. And I leaned against that wall. But as I was leaning there, again, another darkness started coming to my eyes. The last thing I remember, because I stood near a shop, and there was a group of men discussing the politics at that time. The last thing I remember, I was beckoning the shopkeeper, whom I know very well and is my friend. I was just making a hand signal like this. And that was it. Join me in my next YouTube video to know what happened after beckoning at my neighbor, the shopkeeper. Remember, please subscribe to my channel, comment on my channel, share my YouTube video. This is Monica, and my YouTube channel is Monica Beyond Cancer. Bye for now, and see you in the next one.